Today we're at the 15th place picked out in the Walking Highlights draw. I've spoken about this place a couple of times in the past and I have been here before, and I'm really looking forward to showing you this area. Today I'm at Clatworthy Reservoir in Somerset. I'll be starting in the car park here, and then I'll be going down and going across the Clatworthy Dam, and I'll be going up into this wood, up the hill, all the way along here through this wood, and going out the other side, and then as we go round we'll see some great views of the reservoir. I'll carry on going all the way around the water's edge, following this path all the way down here, carrying on all the way here, going around this corner, and then along here past the fishing lodge, and then all the way up the road here and back to the car. So join me on my walk to see how I get on. Right, here we go. So we're coming out of the car park. I just want to show you over here. This is the picnic area, but there's just some information that you need to bear in mind. They're kindly asking you just to, while you're here, please remember the following. Stay out of the water. Dogs, fires, barbecues and cycling are not allowed. Treat our staff and other visitors with respect. Enjoy the natural environment and leave it as you find it. Take all rubbish home and recycle. Keep noise to a minimum. Stick to walking routes. Supervise children. Keep play equipment for under 16s only. Do not disturb plants and animals. Tell us if you find something that needs fixing. Okay, there we go. So a little map, and it is a free car park. And on the way when you come in here, it does say it closes at 7 p.m. So you need to bear that in mind. So time management here is crucial, but we've got plenty of time. Got a little play area there, which is nice. So we're going down this way, I believe. There's plenty of places to sit, really good. And there you go, look, there's the first sight of the reservoir. And here we go, I think that's the same information that we saw just a moment ago. And there you go. Some, what you might see, wildflower grasslands. Look out for rare butterflies in our wildflower areas. Ecology. Visit our Iron Age hill fort set in ancient woodland. Rare woodland birds. Look out for pied flycatchers near the northern wood. Bluebell meadows. Geology. Building the dam in 1959 unearthed important geological sites. And it says where you are. There we go. So, and it does tell you about access there as well, some information. Invasive species, right. Down we go. And it does say here this track is a permissive path, so which I think means, there you go, great view of the dam there. But yeah, I think that means that it's a little bit uneven, isn't it? But there is, you don't have to go down these steps though, you could go from up there down here. Now, I like this, I love the way they do this, telling you how many kilometres are left. They do this all the way round from what I remember. Really good. Oh yeah, look, it says to the car park avoiding steps. So if you need to avoid those steps, you can. Right. That's really important, isn't it, for people that can't use the steps. Clatworthy Nature Trail, and there's like an animal print, isn't there, like with an arrow in it. It makes it sounding very exciting. I like it. And as we sort of bend round here onto the dam, and we will get some great scenery of the dam. And last time I came here, there were these cormorants just standing on these buoys, the red buoys, and I think they were just trying to aggravate the water to try and bring the fish up. We might see some up in the middle here somewhere, I think. Yeah, they're just there. Not doing a lot at the moment, but they've got big beaks. Quite big birds, aren't they? Yeah, maybe they're just having a break for the moment, a fishing break. Yeah. Yeah, might see a few more of those later, mightn't we? So down there on the other side you've got the River Tone, and the River Tone is a river in the English county of Somerset. The river is about 33 kilometres long. Its source is at Beverton Pond near Hewish Champflower in the Brendan Hills, and that's not far from here at all, and is dammed at Clatworthy Reservoir. Look at that. And if you want to see more of the River Tone, I've got one of my videos that I've done some walking along there, so definitely check that out, and I'll put the link to that on the description of this video for you as well. So we're going into the woods here, and we'll be going up in a moment. Got the ferns out. So I think, yeah, when I came here last, I went up here. Clatworthy Round, there you go. That's what we want. Yeah, so Clatworthy Round. This bit's the steepest bit of the whole thing. So once you've got this out the way, this bit, it's a lot more flatter. He says. I think this is, yeah, that's right. This little shed is bat sleeping, yeah. This hut is a bat house built especially for bats to live in. Bats come out at night and sleep during the day, so please do not disturb them in case they are snoozing. Yeah, so that's excellent, isn't it? And you can sit here if you want to. It's great that they make this effort around here for wildlife like that. And there you go, some information there about the geology. Look at that, the work that was required. Construction of the dam 1959. The cutting into the rock in the background exposed the important geological sites which are found at Clatworthy today. The steep sided valleys and hard watertight rocks of this area make Clatworthy an ideal place to locate a reservoir. The rocks here are known as Morty or Mort slates and date from the late Devonian period, 385 to 359 million years ago. During construction of the dam, a cutting was made for the installation of a pulley system to move buildings materials across the valley. This cutting is the exposed rock face that you can now see in this woodland clearing. In addition to the rock face in this clearing, the construction process created rock exposures on either side of the dam. These three rock faces are considered some of the Somerset's best sites for geology, and as such they are designated as a local geological site. There we go, I like that, a bat hotel. But yeah, if you want to stop the video, you can have a little read of this. Okay, we're on flatter ground. There are a few people around today, which is nice. Temperature, according to Google, for Clatworthy Reservoir is 19 degrees. It is so still here. I've just taken the microphone off so you can, if I stop, all you can hear is birds. Birds that are close by to you and ones that are a bit further away. No sounds of roads or anything like that. It is just the ultimate peaceful environment. So, our first milestone, look, we've done 1 kilometre, 7 kilometres remaining. Just encourages you. I love it. I love seeing that. And of course you're going to end up stopping because there are parts where you can just like have a picnic along the grass next to the water, which you'll see very soon. I'll show you. A very pungent smell of ferns around this area. Now I think that's a foxglove, isn't it? Because we've seen those recently. Look at that view as we go around this bend. And all that cow parsley. There's a lot of cow parsley. And you can see along here that they've used their lawnmower, haven't they? Cut it back, the grass. They've made sure that this path is well looked after. But it still is a real nature reserve, isn't it? All sorts of different species of birds just in harmony, or taking it in turns to whistle their songs. And on the left here you can see the reservoir, and there's a group of ducks. Oh, what was that bird flying off? So that's the first area you could go down to, but there's a lot more places better than that to chill on. Well, that's where we currently are at the moment on the map from the dam. Just all the different colours you get reflecting off the water. And this is a real wide view, isn't it, of how large the reservoir is. Just wandering around in the wildlife's world, getting away from that kind of like civilization of same sort of thing every day, just escaping to a place like this, you know. It's really good, especially like for mental health. So we've got another milestone, 2 kilometres done. Oh, there's a squirrel doing all sorts of acrobats just there, going over the path. Must think it's a monkey or something, the way it was swinging itself around. He's run up there. I can see him. You won't be able to see him on here, I don't think, but yeah. There's quite a lot of squirrels around here. But it's a great habitat, isn't it, for all different species, because you've got plenty of water and no doubt you've got plenty of food from the woods, and then probably people are leaving bits of food around as well. Yeah, and the aromas you're getting from the woods, and then you can smell the almost like the smell of seaweed from the water, but it isn't seaweed, it's more like, don't know, algae maybe, something like that. I feel like there's like 6 squirrels just watching me from different vantage points in the trees. It's got that feeling. I think I'm getting into a habit of bringing 2 bottles of water because just one isn't enough now at the minute. Well, we've hit a no signal area, so this is going to happen around here. I find it normally does with reservoirs. I mean, we were quite lucky with the amount of signal we had before on this. So again, I think we're going to end up going round a bend. Not really seen anyone yet. Only some people along the dam. That's it. And we go down a little bit here. You've got some water rushing down here into the reservoir. Now these bends, I remember last time I was thinking to myself that every time you go round them, they look very similar. So you feel like, have I just been round here earlier? Or, because it is like, it's hard to see where you are really. But you'll know what I mean. Like this one is a bit different to the last one, but yeah, we're going over this bridge. Got a sign here. What's that saying? Is that telling us anything? No, we haven't reached the next milestone, but very good signage, very good. And again, all taken care of, this grass, isn't it? But yeah, when you come round this bit, actually, it does look like the first bit when we went round on that bend. So you will make comparisons. I suppose in a way, it could feel like you're in a labyrinth, like, or a maze. Like, yeah, I remember being down here, I'm sure, but no, definitely haven't been down this bit. So whilst we've got this lovely view of the reservoir, I'll give you some more information about it. So it's near Clatworthy in the Brendan Hills on the edge of the Exmoor National Park in West Somerset. It is run by Wessex Water and has a capacity of 5,364,000 cubic metres, supplying some 200,000 homes. It impounds the head waters of the River Tone, and the surrounding area is used for walking and fishing. I've got some wonderful dragonflies here. Can you see them? The little light blue insects flying around. Look at that. So like bright, aren't they? Really are. I'll try and focus a bit more, and you can see the pattern as well. A nice place to stop for a picnic, isn't it? Because you've got the opening here. So I'll show you the view you're getting. There you go. If you sit about there, that's what you're getting. And it tells you some information here about managing our grass for bugs and butterflies. They do a lot. And there you go, look. Oh, actually, the common blue damselfly. So not a dragonfly. So, yeah, so our surveys have identified more than 1,000 invertebrate species at Clatworthy, with the rarest being the cheese fly. What a name. Pseudacep signata. Only the second record in England for the species, which is thought to live in the hawthorn scrub. Along the water's edge, you may see common blue and azure damselflies in summer, which we have, while large red-tailed and white-tailed bumblebee and common carder bee mix with hundreds of flies, grasshoppers, beetle, ant and spider species. The bees are important in some unexpected ways. See below. So if you walk along the paths, watch out for the violet oil beetle, which may be wandering in the open from March to May. We have a good colony of this glossy blue and black oil beetle, which is often found in grassland and whose numbers have dramatically shrunk, leaving the southwest as a stronghold. The young larvae emerge in spring and wait on flowers for solitary mining bees to land. They then hitch a lift on the bee's back to reach their nest. Wow, it's like getting an Uber, isn't it? They stay in the bee nest, eating the food collected by the bee for its own young. These beetles depend on the long-term maintenance of flower-rich grassland of the type around you for their future. And then you've got this other information. So if you want to pause the video to read that, then please feel free. Reading that information about the beetles hitching a lift on the bees, and you just think, you just picture this sort of like bee flying around, and you see this beetle on its back waving at you or something, you know. Now, you don't have to just stick by the reservoir. You can go up here and explore that way if you wanted to. But what we've got here is another stream, and we're going round a bit of a bend. We haven't got any sort of milestones that we've got to as of yet, but I'm sure we're not far away from another one. That is a steep hill, and of course, yeah, that's what the Brendan Hills are all about, aren't they? They're going to give you those steep hills. We've seen them, haven't we, in Brompton Ralph? And we go slightly downhill here, and then again we've got the opening to the reservoir, so we can have a look at that, can't we, as we go round. And then, yeah, trust me folks, if you come here you're going to keep stopping and admiring this and taking pictures. And yeah, we're getting some sun coming through the clouds. The ducks must love it here, you know, there's lots of them here. They must love living here, and I bet they don't go far either. I mean, if they could put ratings on this, I reckon there'd be thousands of 5-star ratings. And you can hear the birds from the other side of that wood echoing over the water to your own ears. There you go, that's where we are on the map at the minute. Got signal back. And it doesn't look like we've gone that far, does it? But if you think about it, the way the reservoir is sort of like very bendy, you have got quite far. And another bend, but a very small one. You get small bends, you get bigger bends. And again, just so well looked after. I know I keep saying it, but it is, isn't it? You'll probably be thinking the same. I remember last time I came here, so that was 22nd of May 2021. Can't believe it, all that time ago. And when you start getting towards the end, you start asking people, how long to go? How long to go? Even though you know you're going to get signs, but it's just nice, isn't it? You're talking to people. It's an excuse just to have that little conversation with someone, isn't it? There we go. Look, that's a good one, isn't it? We're halfway there. Okay, so we just got to do all of that again. But it's not the same as, like, you know, when I do walks where I get to the end, I turn round, or something similar to that. This is your sort of a loop, so it feels different, doesn't it? You're on the way back almost, but you're going to see all the different scenery. I remember last time there was a couple sitting on that bench, and I remember asking them, like, yeah, what's the path like from this point onwards? Is it hilly or is it flat? And I think they just said it's not too bad. So yeah, that was good enough for me for an answer. And an idea of where we are right now. So yeah, doing well, doing well. And there's another squirrel. There's loads of squirrels around here, loads and loads of them. Can you imagine the morning chorus of this place? How it would sound? Like, it's very active with all the birds right now, so it's, yeah, or the dawn chorus. It'd be absolutely magical, wouldn't it? You can see the dam and the red buoys going across the water, but don't be fooled though. When it's not just going to go round like that, it's going to go that way, so it's going to go further away. But it can play tricks on your mind when you see that. You think, oh yeah, it's not that far really, is it? No, you've got a bit more to do. So as we veer to the right, this bit seems a lot more open, doesn't it? So as we still bend round to the right here, I think I remember there was like some sort of track that comes down here, because I remember a car being there. Not sure how he got down there, but so you've got a little jetty there for boats, and obviously we'll be going around there soon. You can see soon on the map that we'll have our final sort of proper bend, which will sort of take us round nicely to the other side. Well, it couldn't be more perfect today, the weather, could it? It really couldn't. So I think this, oh, there's a bench up there, look. And the shed, which I'm intrigued about. Yeah, this is where this car was. So yeah, there is like a road that goes down here. Just had a look on footpath map. And yeah, you are here. Oh, okay, it's called Syndicum Lane. So you could come down to this area if you wanted to. Just Google that road. And yeah, depends if you want to take things from here or from the main car park. I just don't know what that shed is. It just looks abandoned. Shall I go and have a look? Shall we have a look? I'm just so curious sometimes. And it's open, you see. Please respect the fishery rules. Right. Oh, okay. Failure to do so may lead to a ban on fishing any Wessex water reservoirs. 2 chances to win at the reservoir. To enter, all you need to do is complete and post your permit return in the box and provide in the lodge. Win a book of block tickets. Alright. Okay, so there's your... I don't know. But yeah. Alright, let's let's crack on. We don't want to waste too much time in the shed, do we really? When you walk along this bit, you can hear loads of grasshoppers from down there to up on the bank here. And in a way, it's nice not to have that worry about the fact that there's no dog fouling, because dogs aren't allowed here. And I know it's just the minority of dog owners that just leave that laying around, but you don't have to worry here at all. You really don't, which is great, isn't it? So we're tackling the last bend. I suppose you could call it more of a corner. And I think there's a bench up here from memory. I brought my camping chair with me today, thinking I was going to get it out, but I didn't really need to. There you have it, look. That hasn't got any signage, mileage on it of how we're doing, but yeah, there you go if you want it. Actually, yeah, I'm going to sit here for a minute. I'm just going to see, and I dread to think what my Kit Kat's going to be looking like today, but it feels a bit melted, but actually not too bad. But as I say, isn't it? Need a break, have a Kit Kat. So yeah, it looks all right. It's actually survived quite well. Yeah, I mean today it's been around 19 degrees and, you know, not much chance of chocolate melting, only a slight bit, but nice to take the weight off the feet a little bit. Right. I did see one chap earlier actually. So yeah, it was just a quick hello, nothing more than that. It's nice to have a treat though. I don't often stop and have like a Kit Kat. I haven't had a penguin for ages, have I, either? That used to be a bit of a feature. Oh, just that little bit of chocolate. Oh, where's my bottle gone? Oh, God, I thought I left it somewhere. Oh, lovely. Even if you're not going like miles and miles and miles, just sitting down is just a nice little breather. You don't have to feel like you're weak for sitting down, but you're doing it because you want to appreciate where you are and just pause for a bit rather than just carrying on all the time. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Right, I'm going to crack on in a minute. So we've not got too far to go now, have we? So that's where we are at the moment, folks. And if you go over here, that's how close Wimbleball Lake is. And then if you go to the right, that's how close Brompton Ralph is. And you can see those other two places as if you want to, on my walking highlights on my channel. if you're enjoying this area. Just such a calming motion of water, isn't it? But if you can't come here, then it's great that you're part of this this journey today. Well, the first boat on the water. Great to see. Another bench there. And as you slowly go to this corner around here, you can start seeing the jetty with the boats that are there. Keep noticing like little splashes in the water, and when you look, they've, whatever it was has disappeared, so must be like small fish or something. And on this bench, I think someone here that meant a lot to the area was Fred Yindall, 1924 to 2009, father, friend and fisherman. But if you look over here at the view this bench gives you, look at that. That literally is a watercolour opportunity, isn't it? I mean, this sort of view could inspire someone to become a painter, couldn't it, you know? Just having that boat there as well, it just adds to that kind of like, that whole sort of landscape of this reservoir. And another shot. At this point, you sort of don't want it to come to an end. You really don't. Even though my feet, yeah, they feel a bit achy, but yeah. It's a very positive experience, this sort of thing, isn't it? And look, progress 7 kilometres. I feel like I've missed out on a few of those posts, or there haven't been so many of them. And that, look at that. Truly magnificent. And then we've got some Canada geese down there. Oh look, they've got some babies. That's great to see. What a place to bring up your chicks, you know? So many sort of angles to take it in. And the reflections from the sky that we've seen that all the way round, haven't we? Somerset really is a wonderful county to explore, isn't it? And it really does reset your mind and helps you find peace There's certainly something about water. That gives you that calmness and a feeling of making you feel like everything will be all right. There's negative things in life, but this helps you find those positive things. All the thoughts that you might go through in your mind. This helps change that mindset, doesn't it? So this little area here you could park at, but I'm not sure if it's to do with, I think it's this boat club, so I'm not 100% sure. Amazing, it really is, isn't it? And I've said that word quite a few times over all my videos. Right, here we go, look. So yeah, Clatworthy Reservoir Fishing Lodge. And oh yeah, I got a snap picture of this actually when I came here last. Let's go and have a wander. Well, actually, we need a life jacket, so we won't go any further. But yeah, that's just such a nice sort of picture, isn't it? And if we go in here, there's a bit of information. Might find some of you may find interesting. It's quite serious. Look, they've got these trophies, I suppose, are they? They've got a name for these, haven't they? I can't think of it at the moment. A rainbow trout. That's massive, isn't it? Look, that's my hand, and that's the size of him. And we've got some artwork here, £40. Oh, there's life jackets. So yeah, you can boat hire and use, information about rules and regulations for trout fishing. Yeah, nice view in here, isn't it? You have a meeting in here, look at that. So we've just gotten up the road from that fishing club, and there you go. And then yeah, flies trying to land on me. You never know if they're like horse flies, do you? Because they can bite. But you didn't have a chance really. I blew him off my finger in a second. So it's because I'm all hot. They're all after me now. And then you turn left here when you drive in, and then it says again, no dogs, big capital letters. And then this entrance, this long straight bit of road, and then someone lives here. Not bad, is it? Yeah, so walk down here. You certainly wouldn't be able to get out of here, would you? If those gates shut with your car. So yeah, no camping either, folks, here. And look at that. The first view you get when you're driving along. Obviously, if you're driving, you might not be able to witness it like the passenger, but it looks a lot smaller, doesn't it, from that angle? I mean, obviously it carries on to the right, but And when you go back on, you know, when you're going this way back, you can see all the areas that you can have a picnic on the grass or on the benches. Plenty of choice here. Well, that's probably going to be the last view of the reservoir, folks. But what a great view to finish on. There we go, the walk is complete. I did 9.5 kilometres in the end. So just over the I can hear thunder at the moment. Yeah, so just over the length it takes, because I did stop a few times, admire certain things. So yeah, that's why. Of course, we went in to have a look at the fishing lodge as well. So yeah, I think it's going to come down soon, folks, because the clouds are getting more grayer by the moment. But oh, fantastic, wasn't it? I think you will agree with that. It really was it is something special here, isn't it? And I'm really glad that I've been able to show you all. You know, because like I say, I have been talking about Clatworthy Reservoir before. It's, first of all, it's well maintained, isn't it? All the way round. I mean, there are some, like at the start, there's that hilly part. But the woodland area, the grass areas, all nicely taken care of. And I think because they've got quite a few different sort of like rules and regulations here, it helps keep this place really nice. And yeah, just going around the reservoir and, you know, the reflections, and it's so peaceful. When you stop, you can't hear any road noise. All you can hear is birds from different parts of the area. And it's also great that they have put signs out with the progress of where you've got to. You know, that's really very helpful. And it really spurs you on to carrying on to complete the loop. And then also all that information about the wildlife, talking about the dam, and also that bat shed. It's really great. So obviously this loop isn't going to be for everyone, you know, not going to be everyone's cup of tea. You could just come here, and of course you've got that that slope that goes down at the beginning here, so you don't have to go down the steps, so that's great for accessibility. And then you can walk along the dam. You could go on the woodland walk as well. You could come here, have a picnic with the family. Don't really have to do a lot of walking if you don't want to. Alternatively, you could go the other way round, so you haven't got the steep hill in the woods. So you go past like the fishing lodge, walk around that area, and then come back here. But yeah, there's so much you could do. Yeah, with the picnic areas as well, plenty of space for that. And car parking, completely free as well. I think when I came here last time, they hadn't done all of this sort of like work with all of the stones and the wooden fencing. I don't remember seeing that 2 years ago, so that's good. And bear in mind that you have to be out here by 7 p.m. I mean, that's probably going to change, isn't it, in winter time, but summertime, yeah, you've got to be mindful of that. And of course, you can't bring your dogs here, so just bear that in mind. And no camping, no campfires. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And so many opportunities just to stand and gaze out at the water, you know. And of course, oh yeah, of course, you've got the little play area to the right here where we're parked, so that's nice for the kids. But yeah, you can make an afternoon of it, you can make a morning of it. So, but yeah, there we are. But anyway, I'm going to head back now before I think this storm comes in. And the weather's been perfect. Also wanted to say though, look out for the next Walking Highlights draw, because I've got something in that I want to try to see what you think of that. You can hear the rumble again of thunder. It's quite cool hearing that, to be honest. But we do need a storm. We really do need a storm, because it's been so humid, hasn't it, and stuffy, especially at night. So we do need that. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Take care and join me for another walking journey very soon. And it's bye bye from me at Clatworthy Reservoir.